ASMR is not weird. Seriously. It's like, okay, I'll just show you. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Brush. Is that weird to you? Because, like, I think that's pretty normal. And there's nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny about ASMR. It's an art form, not unlike other art forms like sculpture or I can't think of any other art forms, but like it's literally art, and all art is like weird whenever it's new. So no, ASMR isn't weird, and I would appreciate you not coming at me like that about it, because you're just like projecting. I'm serious. No one would say that ASMR was weird unless they had like major issues with intimacy. I think you have issues with intimacy. I'll prove it to you. Did that make you uncomfortable? Because if it did, then it means that you have issues with intimacy. Close your mouth. Focus. Close your mouth. I'm gonna touch your nose and drag my finger down your face. Okay? Poke. Drag down. Did that feel weird? Because it was actually a normal. Now I'm gonna put my finger on your nose and go up your face, okay? Poke. Up your nose, between your eyebrows. Up, 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 up. I'm gonna go down the center part of your hair a little bit too. Scratch. Did that feel weird to you? Yeah, I didn't think so. That's the right attitude. ASMR isn't weird. I've literally been like watching and listening to ASMR for almost a decade now, or maybe like actually I don't know, like at least 8 years and like maybe a decade, and it's really only made me more normal. I mean, maybe I've just grown up. It's hard to tell if I've gotten more normal or if I've just grown up, but either way, I think I'm less weird than I used to be. Or at least I feel less weird, which is basically the same thing. Oh my gosh. No, ASMR is not about that. Everyone thinks that ASMR is about that, and it's not. No, for real, it's ASMR is not about politics. It's completely apolitical. It has nothing to do with like the president of any country or the prime minister, and it has nothing to do with like how you feel about guns. It makes me so frustrated whenever people think that ASMR is about politics. It's like it has nothing to do with it, and everyone thinks that it's about that. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, all those ASMR artists are going to protests or rallies or riots or whatever they want to call it. But like literally, like all of us are just like, you know, doing scratch, 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 scratch. And it's not about that. It is not. It is not. I swear. But like that said, of course, I have literally zero disrespect for the ASMR artists who do participate in political content, because that's like very brave of them, honestly, and like super based. So like whatever, but not all ASMR is about politics, and that means that everyone should be able to enjoy it, like no matter who you are, because ASMR is like for the people of the people, by the people, in order to form a more perfect union. It's not political. But anyway, do you still want me to, like, do your whatever for your thing or whatever? Yeah, I can do your thing, your whatever. Do you like any of these colors, or you like this sparkly one? This one right here? I feel like that's not what you're, like, going for, but I don't mind doing that to you. I'll just get some sparkles on this brush. Sparkles on the brush, sparkles on the brush. There we go. And I'll put that on. Yeah, I think for your speech today, it's good to have, like, a look that stands out, because we want you to stand out from the other contestants. But I do not recommend saying anything about how you think that ASMR is weird, because it's not weird. Seriously, it's not. There's nothing weird about it. Ska, 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 ska. It's a very normal sound. I can teach you how to do it if you want. How to sk. It's like an S, like the letter S, like a snake, or like a satellite, or like a sea turtle, or like a sectarian, or like a sectional, or like a seminar. It's an S, and then K, 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 K. That's a K. So, like, Kratos from God of War, or Kraken. Are there any words that begin with K that aren't Greek? Keratin, K, like that. K, K, S, K, two of the most normal letters of the English alphabet put together. Sk, sk. It's like, it would be weird if you were, like, making up, like, gobbledygook letters that, like, didn't exist, like blah, 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 blah. But, like, no one does that. I mean, like, there's some people do, but then that's just, like, being creative. It's, like, still not weird. But, like, saying, like, sk, 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 and, like, doing some little hand movements with it, like, sk, 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 sk. It's, like, not weird. Like, this is what you do when you, like, sprinkle water on the lay people at mass, or, like, splash your enemies with the cooking oil. You know what I mean? Like, sk, sk. It's like a normal, like, everyday sk, 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 sk. There's nothing weird about it. Or, like I can show you, like, stipple. Do you know what stipple is? Stippling is, like, an ASMR trigger where you kind of poke, but you do it with a brush. This isn't actually a stippling brush, but the word stipple comes from a brush, a specific kind of, like, flat brush that's used in, like, makeup and painting, and it's called a stipple brush, and the action of using the brush is stipple, 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 stipple. And, like, painters and makeup artists have been stippling for literally thousands of years. Like, maybe hundreds of thousands. On, like, cave walls we've been stippling. Like, the stipple trigger is as normal as, like, cooking potatoes and, like, eating with your hands and, like, putting on your shoes. Like, the stipple trigger is the most normal thing. Oh my god, not even to mention face touching. Like, we've been touching each other's faces for as long as we've had hands. Like this. Little gentle brushes. It's the most normal thing. And now there's some people who say that ASMR isn't normal because whenever we do these things in videos, it's like a mimicry of the real life experience. But that's what storytelling has always been, and that's what cave paintings always were. They were mimicries of real life experiences. And like Plato took issue with that, but Aristotle was all for it. So depending on what team you are philosophically, and most people are on Aristotle's side when it comes to like believing that mimicry is like not the devil's work. Not that Plato thought mimicry was the devil's work, but he was like against it. But Aristotle was like, we mimic things so we can learn, and we do theater so that we can teach people things. And I mean, all of our lives we're just like pretending to do stuff until we do it for real, or pretending to do stuff until it is real, or pretending to do stuff so that it feels real because we can't have it. And there's nothing more normal than pretending to touch someone's face, or pretending to have your face touched because you want it to happen, or because you just want to imagine what that feels like without even wanting it to happen. Like, you don't actually want to have to, you don't actually have to want your face, you don't actually have to want to have your face touched to enjoy face touching. ASMR. Ska, 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 ska. So, like, whether you would enjoy it in real life or not, you might love to have it happen in real life. You might hate to have it happen in real life. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the touch, 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 touch. And then other people think that it's weird to watch, not just like get enjoyment out of pretending to have your face touched, but there's people who think it's weird to pretend that any specific ASMR creator is giving you an attention. Like, there's that parasocial like weirdness, and so they think it's like weird. But that too has always been a part of humanity. Like, just because you're enjoying imagining someone specific touch your face or do your makeup or whatever it is that you like doesn't mean that you're like using or objectifying them, or that you have an unhealthy relationship with them. Like, you could have an unhealthy relationship with them, but it's definitely not essential. We've had parasocial relationships with religious figures, political figures, just distant relatives, our own ancestors, for again, like, as long as humans have been around. So it's like not weird. It's actually like the most normal thing. Like, ASMR is way more normal than like video games. You know, like, at least ASMR is like, at least ASMR isn't like political. You know what I mean? So it's actually extremely normal to watch ASMR, to enjoy ASMR. I'm going to take off this sparkle because I think it looks ugly right there. Makes it look like your eye is bleeding, which is like not the vibe. Yeah. But you look super cute. I don't think anyone's going to be able to tell that you're wearing makeup because the red sparkles just like blend into your ruddy complexion. But it's like beautiful, for real. You just have like this natural sparkle. I think if anyone's weird, it's the people who don't like ASMR, because again, it indicates that they have like some kind of thing that's like block, like intimacy block, where they're like, oh my god, I hate people. Oh my god, I hate being touched. Oh my god, I hate it whenever people enjoy things that I don't understand. Oh my god, I hate people. I hate it when not everyone in the world is exactly like me. I hate it when I see new things. I hate it when things change. I hate it when trends happen. I hate young people. I hate old people. I hate it whenever anyone does anything that's not like the Lord of the Rings, those kinds of people. Lord of the Rings fans are like super hit or miss, am I right? But we don't need to get into that. ASMR is not weird. I really believe that if ASMR were actually weird, then like we would already be imprisoning people for it, because like most actually weird things we criminalize. Like, again, murder. Super weird, super unnatural. The only things that, like, we should be killing are, like, maybe food, and even then, like, only when we have to, you know what I mean? Like, killing celery is a big deal, when you could just, like, let it grow and be beautiful. But I don't need to get into my controversial celery takes again, because ASMR is not political, for goodness sakes. See, you're already like relaxing into it. That's very good. Now focus. 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 What could possibly be weird about that? A lot of families, whenever they have like a little kid, what they do to help the little kid sleep is make a pizza on their back. It's like a cultural tradition that is kind of removed from culture at this point, and I think it's kind of just practiced randomly by families that do it and families that don't. I feel like it probably started off as an Italian tradition, because like pizza, right? But like my family's like not Italian, and like I know other families that have done it that are like not Italian, so I don't know. But it's like, you put the kid down, you flip them over on their back, and you like kind of give them a massage, but it's not like an actual massage. You're just pretending to make a pizza on their back, and it helps them get to sleep. That is way weirder than ASMR. Like, I said it, but that also should like not be criminalized. Obviously, make pizzas on people's backs. I would make a pizza on your face in an ASMR video, like, rolling out the dough, rolling out the dough, rolling out the dough, spinning around the dough, spinning around the dough, spinning around the dough, spreading the sauce, spreading the sauce, spreading the sauce, spreading the sauce, sprinkling some cheese, and putting some other random little toppings on, like pineapple. And whatever else you want. And like my point in saying that is that it's really normal to just like have people make contact with you in a way that is intimate but doesn't really have any actual meaning attached to it, as a way to relax and get to sleep. And intimacy does not always mean that it's familial, even that it's platonic. You can have an intimate moment with a stranger in an elevator, and it doesn't mean that there's any relationship there at all. And intimacy as a form of relaxation, just a moment of connecting with someone else, in order to feel good about the world and your place in it and your role as a human being, one of 7 to 8 billion human beings out there, is like, fine. Enjoy an intimate moment. Let it relax you. Let it help you sleep. Let it help you wind down. There's nothing weird about it. There's nothing weird about just closing your eyes. One eye here, one eye here. Letting them close and relax. There's nothing weird about focusing on yourself for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, for 8 hours, those 8-hour ASMR videos, amazing. There's nothing weird about just focusing on yourself for a little while and filling your head and your brain with quiet, serene pleasantness instead of useful information. Not everything you consume has to be useful. Having access to so many useful things is actually like a much weirder thing for humanity to experience. Most of the things that we used to be able to do as humans were useless, like drawing circles in sand and staring at the clouds. Not really useful in like a purely materialistic way, but so very functional towards our peace and happiness, our sense of security on this planet. And you deserve to feel secure and happy and safe and peaceful on this planet. So you can close your eyes and relax and let yourself just enjoy the sounds and the sights, and know that it's not weird to be doing anything that you're doing. What you're doing is just part of being human. And humans are weird, like compared to other animals. But the reason that we're weird is not because we do ASMR. It's because we do murder sometimes.